Hey everybody, it's Rolly, and I said I was going to jump on over the course of the next 10 days with different women who are participating in some form of our women's conference that's coming up in March. And so with registration only 10 more days before registration closes, what I wanted to do is just be able to talk a little bit about what we're doing, why we're doing it, how come we're doing it, like all those kinds of little things. So today we are meeting up with Amanda. So Amanda is our lead moderator. And so what that means is that because we are doing this conference virtually, Amanda is going to be is our lead person to being able to connect with our other moderators who are going to be making sure that the different things that we have going on and making sure that conversations are still happening and those kinds of things is part of her plan, is to be able to make sure that things are good and that if anybody is trying to find the right place or anything like that, that Amanda and some of the other moderators are going to be able to help with some of those things. So, but I wanted to not just share what it is that Amanda is going to be doing, but I wanted to be able to talk a little bit about what has been your experience, Amanda. So, and I guess I should probably start off with that part of Amanda has been one of our helpers at the conference. She's been one of our team members at the different conferences for, this is your third year or fourth year, Amanda? Fourth year, I think, right? Third year. So this is the third year that Amanda's coming in and being one of the people who, normally she actually stands at my booth and helps people answer questions for people of the things that are actually going on. But today, this year is going to be a little bit different. So what are you thinking? How are you feeling, Amanda?
I'm excited for it. Being able to help you decide on who's coming in, who's going to be speaking, was fun. Trying to pick through all those awesome women was hard, but was nice to figure out who we're going to have and why we were going to have them.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you were on the committee. So we had 38 women who actually had set in an application to be able to be a speaker. And Amanda was one of the people who was one of the women, I shouldn't say just people, but was one of the women who were on the committee to be able to help us choose who the people were going to be. So I forgot about that. So thanks.
You're welcome. From the last 2 years, I gained a lot of stuff from the women who spoke, and I gained a lot of friends too. New friends. There was some old friends there too, but last year, I enjoyed doing card readings for the women that wanted them done, and I also got to meet Nadia, who was beside me and doing the wax hands, and I helped her with her booth. She didn't realize that I was actually shy because I wasn't shy then. I was able to talk to her. She was easy to talk to. But that's what I found. All the women at the conference were easy to talk to. They weren't, it wasn't hard to approach them. So with us, this year it'll be different because we're all online, but we're still going to gain a lot.
Well, and one of the things that I think is really neat, and I think that you probably know this already as well, and so you also participate in other Zoom calls and stuff that we have, but one of the things that is really important for me is that interaction with the other women, and so being able to go into breakout sessions and having smaller group conversations with some of the women in the group is one of the other ways that we're going to still be able to connect. So, because one of the things that I always find really that on the virtual side of things is that when we're actually doing just a Zoom call where only the people who are presenting get to have a conversation, then you kind of miss out on some of those conversations with the other people that are there. Because I know that for me, that's one of my biggest, that's the thing that I think is the most important part is us being able to connect with some of the other women. Because like you said, all of them are approachable, right? So like even the speakers don't come in and it's like, oh, well, I'm high and mighty and I'm a speaker, so I'm more important than everyone else. And we don't ever have that kind of atmosphere. No, at least I don't think so.
It's a down-to-earth atmosphere.
So
everybody gets along with everybody.
So, and it's just really neat to be able to hear those conversations. So what is your favorite thing with the conference?
The interaction with everybody.
So the interaction with everybody. So that part of things is still really important for you as well.
Yep.
So, which is really great. So we're going to have different means of, and that's where Amanda and the rest of her team is going to come into play, is that we're going to be having different places where people can actually have conversations. And so we're going to have some different chatting options, but then we're also going to have the opportunity for us to be able to go into breakout sessions. So anybody who's like, I don't even know what that is that so if you've never been part of a Zoom call, is that we have like all these different people that are all over and everybody's having conversations. And so like we're technically all in a conference room, but all by video. And so like, and you've probably seen on social media where like you've got like all these different people that have the different, their images are all there, and but it's everybody is together and has that opportunity to be able to participate. And so, and then when we break out into what's referred to as breakout rooms, is that like there's a large group of people, and then everybody will go into a smaller group of people, depending on how many people are online at that time. We're going to have like different division as to how many people are actually going to be in one particular room. So everybody's going to be able to kind of go, and then we get to interact and have conversations with them. And so Amanda and Christine are both saying, hey, Amanda. So I don't know if you can see the comments on your end, but both Amy and Christine are saying, hey. So Christine is also one of our committee members who actually helped us with choosing our speakers as well. And so, which is really exciting because like I didn't choose the women. Like that's the part that I think is really cool this year, is that I didn't choose them. I didn't say, hey, this is what we're doing or this is how we're doing it. Is that the other women got to choose who it was. And that was mainly because I looked at that list and there was no way that I could choose the number of live speakers. What's that, Amanda?
It was hard to choose out of those 38 women who was going to be our speakers.
And so we ended up, one of the things, and again, because of being virtual, one of the things that we actually got to do is that, so we have 17 live presenters. So there's going to have 17 women who are actually going to share either something that they want to learn or something that they want to know. And, but the other part of it is, or that they want us to experience or whatever it is that's going on. But then we also have other women, because we have a total of 25 women who are going to be sharing their experiences and their knowledge. But out of the 25, 17 of them are going to be live, and the rest of them they're actually going to be recording some information from us. And so that part I think is really cool and exciting too, because we get to go back and listen to the speakers later. Because I know that I personally, over the last 4 years or 3 years technically, because this is our fourth. And so over the last 3 years, it's like, oh, what was it that so-and-so was saying? And this year we actually get to go back and say, oh, what was it that, I'm going to use Sherry as an example, just because that's the first name that pops to mind. It's like, what was it that Sherry was actually going to talk about? Or, oh, Suzanne actually has this different meditation technique that she actually uses, and it'll be really cool to be able to find out more or to be able to go back and listen to it again. So it's really neat that we actually get to do that this year as well. So we actually get to record the sessions. Obviously the live sessions, so our interactions, any breakout rooms, any of that kind of discussion is not happening recorded. So it's only the presentations that are actually going to be recorded. So anybody who's sharing, because we want to be able to respect that privacy, but the rest of it is actually going to be recorded. So I think that's kind of neat. And you're nodding your head, Amanda. What were you thinking?
That is a good idea because, like, there's going to be so much information in the weekend that some of the stuff you're going to be like, oh, what was that again that she spoke about? So then you're going to want to go back to it. So I like that.
Yeah. There were several speakers last year that I really wish that we would have recorded, and but we didn't, right? So, but that was one of the things that we were hoping to be able to do this year, is being live, or like in person. We were hoping to be able to get some recordings done, but then just COVID doesn't allow us to do that this year. So this is really cool. So Billy says, "Hey guys, how are both of you doing?" And she's like, "Hey Amanda." So,
hey, Billy.
So yeah. So is there anything else that you think is like really cool that that people should know about, or that you wanted to share?
Our swag bags are awesome. Our boxes, I don't know what they're going to be this year, but they come with like lots of information for us. Some of them have. Last year we had a bit about some of the speakers. Not all the speakers were in it, but like most of them were. So it's nice to have that little bit of information about people.
Like their pamphlets and stuff, you mean?
Yeah.
So then maybe that's something that we can like put out to the speakers as well, because we still have a little bit of time to be able to get that out and make sure that they have those little bits of information as well, if they're able to do that, because we are still going to have our program, but we do have some goodies that I can't share what's going to be in there. So we have some sponsors. So Christine, who is on right now, A&B Digital Printing, is one of our sponsors, but they're also our printer. But they are one of our sponsors who have an amazing contribution to our swag boxes, like Amanda said. So this year it's not going to be a swag bag, because people can actually sign up around the world. So that part there is like really cool, is that people can sign up around the world, and and that's the other part that's like really neat, is that it allows them to be able to they're actually going to get a box. And so I know that when I've participated in conferences this year, being able to get that little box of all the goodies inside has been incredible. So one of the places that I don't even know if I have it. So one of the places that I had that I participated in a conference with was Colette Barron Reed. And so it was her conference that she did, and that was my first one that we did. And so she actually gave us inside was a notebook. She gave us a pad, and she also gave us an oracle deck. And so, oops, upside down. An oracle deck. And so like those things were actually inside our box, and it was like so exciting to be able to get, because we don't know what it is that we're going to be getting.
No.
She had some other goodies and stuff too that I don't even know what. I don't think I have anything else that's here. Oh no, that's from different, that is from Colette Barron Reed, but that's not what was in the box. But like there's a lot of really cool things that can actually go in the box. So I can't tell you guys what's going to be in the box, but like that's the part that's like super cool, is being able to, like Amanda said, being able to know more about the speakers and being able to have that that part of things. And this year we have a place where you can actually, so we have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group where we can still connect with each other, but we also have a portal. So I actually call it our conference center. So but it has all the different places. So you actually log into the center, and you actually have the opportunity to be able to find the Zoom links, and all the things that you need are like literally right at your fingertips. Of being able to connect. So there's still some behind the scene things that I'm going to be sharing over the next couple of weeks, so that you can actually kind of have an idea of what it is that's going on. But you really don't want to miss this event. I'm biased, obviously, but
no, but you don't want to miss it.
Because it is incredible, the things that we actually experience, the connections that we make with other people are, and even as the facilitator, like as the hostess, I connect with so many, and right now we are connecting and interacting with each other, kind of behind the scenes, all the people who are there organizing and being part of the behind the scenes things. And so we actually get to create that bond before we even go on live. And then afterwards, we get to continue those connections. And so that's great. And so I'm really excited that Amanda was the first person that got to sign up today. And so that, and honestly, I was actually quite shocked when Amanda said, so like, can I do this? And I'm like, yeah, you can, because like, as Amanda said, I'm shy, right? So I'm shy. And so the fact that she actually said, hey, I'm going to go on live. It doesn't matter that you have 2,200 people on your Facebook page, and then you have your own private page that you're sharing this to, and to YouTube. I want to do this. And I didn't point out that out to her before we actually went live, but like, just so that you know, Amanda, right? So,
nice.
But it really is cool that we actually get to do this. And I'm really honored that Amanda is here as part of as our lead this year, and that she is taking on the responsibility of working with the others and training the others on the things that we need to. So I'm super excited that this is happening, and I'm honored that Amanda felt comfortable enough to be able to come on and share. So one of the things that is new for us this year is that we have the ability for the different people who are behind the scenes to be able to do affiliate links. And so in this description for Amanda's is Amanda's affiliate link. So if you sign up under Amanda's link, then Amanda actually gets commission as part of your registration. The other part of it as well is that we also have a payment plan as well. So there is a payment plan, because I know that it's a lot to be able to like just jump in, and especially if you're coming from our region. So in Ontario, we are still under lockdown. So like that is really important for us to be able to remember, is that financially, this isn't the easiest thing to do either, but it's definitely worth every penny. And I know that it is a lot of money, and I agree that it's a lot of money, but there is a lot behind the scenes in terms of the things that that we actually get out of these. So there's lots of different expenses that we don't necessarily think about until we were actually ready to create it. So so just to know that we do understand that it's expensive, and especially for those of us who've been struggling with the lockdowns and the things that have been going on as well. So just know that that is definitely something that is in mind, to be able to keep in mind. And so Billy says, you're amazing, Amanda. You're doing good. Love you. So
thanks.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else before we head out that you wanted to be able to share, Amanda?
I like that we have people coming from all over the world. Last year it was just people from like Ontario type thing, whereas this year it's everywhere.
Yeah, we have a couple of people from Australia, and we have some people from the UK, and across Canada and across the US. So it's really cool. I think it's really cool anyway. So I agree. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and over the course of the next few days, we will definitely have some more people that we're going to chat up with, and look forward to any conversations. And if you're watching this, please share the video out. Let us know if you're catching the replay, because we'd love to be able to know that you are catching the replay. And Amanda as well is welcome to be able to comment and have a discussion with you guys as well. And so again, Amanda, thank you very much for being the first person to share their experience this year. So have a great night, everyone, and we will talk to you guys all soon. Bye for now.